There's so many things to navigate right now. Like this is a real predicament. I love when people people talk like they know what's going to happen. That's my favorite.
Right.
Just
So
the renewal crisis.
can we mix a little bit of the of a mortgage renewal crisis with a potential tariff crisis? Do we?
That's a good one, Darryl.
Is that
The
what do you
tariff
call
crisis.
that? What do you
The
call
tariff
that?
crisis.
No, but when they mix together at some point, what is that called?
Well, they're going to be offset, right?
Mortif?
The tariff crisis is going to help out the renewal crisis a little bit, because they're going to drop rates to the floor. So that should help them actually with the mortgage renewal wave, as long as everyone still has a job, which who knows?
Oh, well, so it's like a tag team.
They won't need a job because they're going to get a whole bunch of free money is the plan, right?
Deferrals, the whole bit, maybe.
Right. So
there's so many things to navigate right now. Like this is a real predicament. I love when people talk like they know what's going to happen. That's my favorite.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Because everybody knew that like tariffs were a thing, right? Yeah. It's like we just learned two big words in the last few months. Prorogue. How do you say it?
Prorogue,
what do they do to Parliament? Right. Nobody knew that word before. And now tariffs is like on everybody's mouth or tongue, right? This is so what was going on in your life over the last few days, like while we were waiting for tariffs? Were people calling you freaking out?
Not really. No, it's people are just wondering about rates, what's going to happen. No one's really freaking out yet. I don't think anyone believes that really believes that they were going to happen up until maybe Friday, Saturday, when it really started to get real.
Yeah.
Up until then, I think it's uncertain, but they're also in disbelief. Mm-hmm. So it's more of a we'll panic when the prices change.
Yeah. Yeah. But there were people who were doing pretty dramatic things. I mean, whether you're selling off stocks or whether you were already starting to look for new suppliers, right? Or new customers, whatever side of the border you're on. Real estate wise, our phones were really busy that day. I went into the office that I make calls from near my house, and it was just like every room in the whole place was full of people on the phone just talking. I was like, what's going on today? It's tariff day. And I had a builder call me who's got a few houses that are like so far from being complete. I'm like, why are you even calling us now? He was just like, they'll be done in April.
Yeah,
you know, we got to come up with a plan. I need to meet right away. I'm like, no, you don't.
Can we list these the way that they are now? Are you okay with that?
I was like, no. I said, you got nothing going on in these houses. It's just framed. So anyways, so there definitely were some scares. Let's just stay on the renewal stuff quickly, and we can bounce around to other topics and all that kind of stuff. You said about qualifying, right? So run down the scenario where somebody lost their job. They don't have that, ability to be able to shop around the best rate. They don't have the ability to go and get 30-year amortization. They don't have the ability to avoid the stress test. They don't like all those things because their whole situation's changed. Like, what are their options now? Like, what does that look like?
Well, the lender's going to give them a renewal rate. They're just because they will auto renew. You don't have to re-qualify to renew in 99% of the cases. As long as you've been making your payments, the lender's going to give you a rate and say, this is your rate. Now, if you're employed and you can qualify, then you have the option to shop that rate. You can move around. You have a lot more power.
But what is that lender qualifying rate? Like, is it just like the posted rate and they're just like, no, this is what it is? And what's the difference between what the discounted rate versus posted rate is right now? Like, what does that really look like?
They're not really going to offer you the posted rate. They'll offer you a rate, and that rate, in my experience, is dependent on your own financial situation. So if they know you don't have a choice, you're going to get a higher rate because they know you can't go anywhere. If they do know you have a choice, because they've got that data, right? They know your debt to service ratios, they know your credit score, etc. Mm-hmm. If they know you can shop, they're going to be a little bit more competitive in the auto renewal rate that they give you.
So they're like, if you really can't afford to make this payment, we're going to charge you more.
Yeah.
If you're screwed and this is going to put your family on the streets, then we're going to give you the highest rate we possibly can justify.
Do you need your arm twisted? Because we're here for you.
Yeah.
Right?
Insane, right? It should be like a compassionate grounds.
Are you looking for the best merch store on the planet? Well, we got the shit for you. Coming in at low prices where we barely make any money off of whatsoever, you can get the greatest real estate merchandise on this platform. Just look at this very flamboyant man putting on this great stuff. He looks great, he's dancing great, and boy does he look sexy in that merchandise. I tell you, buy this for anybody, you buy this for yourself. You will be not only repping the greatest Canadian real estate podcast in this world, but you will also be looking hella good doing it.